Hello, and welcome to the Well-Appointed Desk's very first ever true Plan With Me video. I had several people ask after I posted my September planner setup. I only went through the 15th of the month and said I would do a plan with me if you wanted it. And several people said, yes, please, let's have a sit down. So grab your planner, your sketchbook, your journal, and we can get started. So this is this book is so jam-packed now that I'm actually having to put another notebook under here just to get the pages to lay flat, because it is so like bulgy thick on this side. So I think in the future I might go with the 6-month Stology. This is a full year B6 Stology notebook, and I think next year I might use the half year because this has gotten so bulky. And actually I will be done with this in October, so it didn't really last me a whole year. It only lasted me 10 months. So maybe if I do 3 6-month ones, that'll last me a whole year. Because clearly I think that there's more days in the month than there actually are. So what I have here are all the stickers and paraphernalia that I picked out for the month to use to sort of finish this out, as well as my date stamps. So I'm just gonna kind of pull these out. Here are my dated stamps that I'm using, that I've been using all year. I purchased these on Amazon. There'll be a link if you are interested in purchasing a set for yourself. And then I have been collecting stickers and bits of paper and stuff for so long. My goal this year was really just to try to use some of it up and try not to buy as much and just use what I have. So my themes that I've been developing over the past year have kind of been based on things that I'm already interested in, things that I already like, which is very like sort of vintage, kind of retro, a little gothy, a little witchy kind of vibe. And so I already had all this stuff. So I've just been keeping my themes consistent with that aesthetic. And that way I don't feel compelled to buy a bunch of stuff because I already have all of this. So and I also have a gazillion rolls of washi tape, and I decided that in an effort, again, just to use up the stuff that I have and to enjoy it. I mean, it's not doing anyone any good in a drawer. So I have a few, so I have saved like the extra printed pages that were in the back of an old Midori planner from a couple years ago. Oh, did say it was from January 2024. I think this was like was like 2023. So this was like at the very back of it. It gave me like a plan ahead for 2024. But I liked the lined pages that just had the little graphics on here. So I saved all of these so that if I needed extra pages in my month, since I predate everything, occasionally something will occur where I need to add an extra page. And so I will just write on one of these, and I will either just tip it in with washi tape along the spine, or I'll fold it and just tuck it in, like fold it like this, tip it in here, and then that way I can just unfold it. So I keep these with all my stuff as well. And then I had a bunch of these, like, I don't know about anybody else, but at one point in time I bought a bunch of scrapbook paper because I thought it was pretty. I've never really scrapbooked, so I'm hoping to use some of this scrapbook paper just as decorative elements in my planner. Oftentimes they just sort of hang out. Some of them are blank on the back, so again, these are the kinds of things that if I wanted to, I could trim and paste in to use as extra writing paper, which I kind of prefer to doing anything else. Like, you know, I get the pretty color in there, but I don't, I mean, I could even trim this down and have it so that I could write on the front of it, or the back of it, and just tape it in with a piece of washi tape. So some of these others are printed on both sides, so I don't really know what I will do with them, some of them are white on the back, so I could write or, you know, use them for something else. So they tend to just float along for several months before I figure out exactly what to do with them. I'm hoping that me telling you this provides a little bit of the like, hey, I have the same problems kind of vibe. But you know, everybody does things differently, and that's why we watch these videos, is to see how someone else does these things. So the 17th is the full moon. So I just wanted to, I have this little moon sticker here that I wanted to put in. So I'm going to save that for not the 16th, but the 17th. And I wanted to see if there's anything else. And the 22nd is Mavon, and also Hobbit Day. So we're definitely gonna have to find the little gnome or hobbit artwork, or maybe some mushrooms. I don't know, something feels hobbity for the 22nd. 19th is Talk Like a Pirate, which isn't really fitting. And the 29th is Coffee Day. So I will try to remember that as I'm putting my stickers in to sort of theme it that way. So I want to use this little piece of paper that I found. So I might just give it a little tear. And oftentimes when I stick stuff in my planner, I don't trim the bits that hang off the end until I've glued everything in, and then I'll go back and trim them with scissors. I had a glue stick floating around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So when I set stuff up like this, I will jump around a little bit. Like I won't do it straight. Like I'm gonna do the 17th since I know that that is going to be a full moon, and I want to do this moon sticker. So I'm just gonna stick that in the top. I feel like I'm definitely going to have some sort of background music through this, because otherwise you're going to be so bored. All right, we got that in there. And let's see if I can find anything else. Oh, I skipped the 13th. I had this cool little 13th sticker, which it was Friday the 13th. That's actually tomorrow. So I feel like I should probably do something for that. Yeah, so very simple. Like my theory is less is more, and I will always add things later because, you know, something will happen or I'll go somewhere, and it helps if I trim these a little bit cleaner. I could use a corner rounder, but I tend to just sort of go around the corner with the scissors. Hope that's good enough. So, and there you go. Rounded corners, it looks great. So let's go, we'll double back. So I want something that will look nice with this moon over here. And I really like that. I found this crazy sticker, this little devil baby, which just totally cracks me up. And I really want him to be sitting on something. So like I keep playing around with anytime I find something sitting on it. He might not get used this month. Who knows? I think I'm going to echo the round up there with this sticker here. But I think I'm going to put these, I'm going to layer these. So sometimes I'll peel stickers off and kind of float them around on my fingers until I figure out exactly what I want to do with them. So I'll end up with like 14 stickers on 10 fingers. Looks really silly. I don't know if you guys can hear the cats in the background, but they're getting into it. So when I trim some of these stickers off, sometimes if it's a nice bit, I might save it that I can use somewhere else. But sometimes I just sacrifice them because you know what? Life's short. You don't have to save all the stickers. So, let's see. My washi tape multiplied because I went to the pen show and I worked for Lisa Van Ness, and she had all these washi tapes, and so I just stood there and they just stared at me, the whole time, and that just made me want to buy them. So I got this, which is like a sunflower design, and this one which has little kitty cats on it. I swore I wasn't going to buy any more washi tape, and then I bought some more. What do you do? So that'll be the 16th. Speaking of kitty cats, we may or may not have an invader. All right, so there's the 16th and the 17th. Say hi to Pepper. And we'll move on to the next 2 pages. So again, I try not to make this take too long. It's definitely something I do normally sitting in front of the TV, just sort of, you know, to keep myself entertained. I think this one might be kind of cool with a piece of washi underneath and kind of center it in the middle. So done a little coffee sticker for coffee day. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like weeding these over here and you guys can't see them. Let's put them where you guys can see them. There's another sort of black and white. Looks like raspberries. I think in the end I want a couple stickers down, and then I want to put this bug sticker on top of it. So I think something like that. There you go. So I'm gonna need my date. So I try not to put too much stuff, but I have been a little obsessed this month with like way too many stickers. I'll stick that right there. This is the creeping moon. Tape that I've been stocking in the shop. If you guys are interested, I have it in brown and green. And I love the gold foil. I don't often have a lot of like bling in my planner, but that looks a little janky. Sometimes my page layouts just don't turn out the way I want them to, so just kind of stick and go. Yeah, it's all right. This one's better, I think. So, let's see, what else have we got here? This little piece of funky tape. So, because I cherry picked all of these out beforehand, I hope that they all kind of go together, so it's really just a matter of sort of randomly picking things out and being like, I like that, I'll use that one. So this is like a piece of washi tape on like a clear backer, so I'm going to use it more like washi tape. I don't even know where it came from, like what, out of what collection did this come out of? I have no clue. I'm gonna run this down the inside. And these were from Sticky Club, and this one doesn't have usually they'll have a creator's name on here, but I think I got these last, like this was from last year's sort of Halloween collection, and I liked all the little sort of apothecary vibes, and the normal coffee. But I don't save that one for coffee day. What is this little pine cone? Let's see. And this is for the 20th. Just a little something. I try not to like overdo it, and some days I do overdo it, but it's all in good fun. And it's just like, I don't know that I'll do this every year. It does seem like a lot of work, but I've really been enjoying it this year, and it's made me want to open my planner and like actually put stuff in here. And I really use my planner more like a journal than a planner, and I use Austin Kleon's method for just what he calls logging. And I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I just write bullet lists of things that I did in the day. So it's almost like journaling after the fact, because so much of our day-to-day activities now are kept in calendars and, you know, meeting notes and things like that online. So I don't need to write down that I have a meeting at 8 a.m. or, you know, those types of things. Because those, you know, if you have an office meeting, you know, how likely is it that it's going to get changed before the end of the day? Real likely. So I tend to use my planner in this sort of logging method where I just account for things after the fact. So like, I had lunch with a friend, or, you know, I did something, you know, I made something special for lunch, or just did something different today. You know, what I've been watching on television, what I, if I made dinner, if we ordered out. I've gotten in the habit now of, if we do order out, I try to, you know, we almost always order and have it delivered. So I try to save either the receipt, or if there's like something with the logo on it, I'll just save it so that I can tuck it in my planner. We order from a place called Bibimbap a lot, which is a sort of a Korean bibimbap style place. And they always put a little sticker on the order. And so I always save the sticker and put it in there. And so I'm a little embarrassed about how many times their little orange stickers show up in my planner. But yeah. So normally I would have done this page and then done this one to face in, so it kind of reflects out, but I didn't, and I'm okay with that. It'll be fine. So I'm using my favorite Creepy Moon book. What do you call it? A book clamp? A book doodad. And it is super strong and super cool. And I've always liked these book clips and how sturdy they are. But I really didn't want one that said like Traveler's Notebook if I wasn't actually using a Traveler's Notebook, you know what I mean? It just kind of felt wrong. So when Creepy Moon came out with theirs and they have dragons on them, I was like, oh yes, please, I will take one of those. Thank you very much. So some of these, some of my stickers are like washi stickers. Some of them are like more just paper stickers. And sometimes I try to cross the center with my stickers. And then I will just go and slice right here with an X-Acto so that the pages still fold. Did I mention I'll just carry a piece of, so yeah, I'll just slice with an X-Acto so that it doesn't do anything weird. So, and I like this little raven, so I think he's gonna hang out over here. Some of these stickers are a little large for the planner, which, like I said, I'm trying to use up what I have, so at a certain point some of these they wouldn't have necessarily been my first choice. And this one has this white edge, and I'm just going to cut it off. Wait, I can do that. And these scissors are from jet pens. I forget the brand, but they're Alex, Allex, and they're specifically designed not to get sticky, so they don't. And when I bought them, I was like, sure, they won't get sticky, and they really don't. I've been using them for years. I don't know if they sell this particular model anymore, but they do still carry some of them. So, well, that looks much better, doesn't it? Without all that weird white edge. And this is the 22nd. Right? No, this is 22nd. This is the 23rd. I've loved these stickers, these date stickers, because they're washi, so I can layer them on top of things and still be able to see a little bit of that. They are, I think, from Japan, which is why there's occasionally... Oh, the red is for Sunday, maybe? That's why they're red. I'm not sure. I should probably have looked into it. I think this page needs one other thing. What can we put in here? I do like to try to get stuff to like go over the edge, so I'm usually trimming a lot of things, and I have these like little, because I don't want to stick all the stickers in the middle of the page, because I just think that looks a little like what I would have done when I was 6. So here we go. And I also have, I haven't used any washi tape in a while. I also have some stamps that I've been using, and I kind of went back earlier in my book and added these in, so I might add a couple of those after I finish. So let's do this in washi. What do we got here? Again, this is from Preview Moon. This is the Apothecary bookshelf, which seems very fitting for this month. And when I leave like weird spaces like this may be where like I write what books I'm reading, like if I watched a movie, those types of bits of information I'll put in these like weird spaces. Like here is where maybe I'll actually write the day. So because I go back in afterwards and just write the day with like a marker of some sort, or kind of try to do fancy lettering. You know what I mean. So okay, we have 6 days left. I will try to be faster. Maybe I'll just speed video this and put a nice little soundtrack. I do have some like fountain pens to get out of here. I might save these for the 27th, because that's when I'm going to Dallas for the pen show. I don't like that one. He's a goof. Let's put him in here. As it's already the 12th of September, I can't believe 12 days have already passed. It feels like I made my planner setup video just like yesterday. I'm already thinking about what am I going to do for October. October is my favorite month. I love Halloween. I love Halloween so much that Bob proposed to me on Halloween by carving "Will You Marry Me" into a pumpkin. So you understand why I like it so much. Fave holiday. So I'm all excited about like, what am I gonna do? It's probably just gonna be more of the same, like lots of sort of apothecary and mushrooms and, you know, cottagecore meets goth girl kind of vibe. Whoop, I just dropped a sticker. Oh well, that one won't get used. So we're gonna have him sort of throwing that number. There we go. 25th. And yeah, you see when I take this out, like how weird this lays, like this folds so badly now. So I try to jam this under here to sort of lift it up. I think if I do it here, that might even work better. Apparently I got schmutz. I don't even know where that came from. Ooh, that's cool. So, and I have these that like, there's weird little dot stickers and just, it's like pseudo, but it would be kind of fun to write the date on here. Make it like a little flag on the end. I'll fold it this way so I don't stick it to itself. There we go. And turn that into the flag. And we'll put our little bug jar. I can peel the little backers off. Oh, I was talking about how much I love Halloween. So yeah, I have not started to decorate for Halloween yet, but every day I think, oh, today's the day. Today I will do it, and I haven't done it yet. I laugh because, you know, most people have like tons and tons of Christmas decorations, and I have an equal or greater number of Halloween decorations. And basically, like, in August, I was like, is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Can I put them up yet? I was like, just chill out. Give it a minute. So I will get those up. Look at those little owls. That's really cute. I think I'm going to put the little fairies in here. I think this needs some washi tape. Ooh, I have that sunflower washi tape. So I try to match the pages back like from left to right so they're sort of thematic and they look like they go together. And then sometimes I just don't even bother. And we'll trim all this off. I suspect that I will not get through all of the many stickers that I have and the washi tape. By the end of the year, I have a whole drawer. So I think I'll end up continuing my sort of kind of goth slash vintage vibe look well into 2025. Though I might have a couple of random months where I try to do something that's a little less, you know, something different, you know, like sometimes you need that. Okay, that had way too much border on it. Oh, what I'll do, so these have these like little dots, and so that'll carry this color over from the other side, and then I will put this on here. And I think I've mentioned it before, when I do these, I use the rule of 3, so like no more than 3 elements usually. I break my own rules a lot, but just that idea of having foreground, background, and middle ground in your collage helps sort of create a little more harmony. And again, like having it bleed off the page, having it up in the corner, creating that sort of symmetry, or not symmetry, but like just different placements on the page where, so like this one could really use something up in this corner so it feels like your eye is sort of traveling. So let's see. So like I could do something like this with just a little bit of washi so that it kind of feels grounded to that corner. So this is the sort of more modern decorative tape that was included with these little florals, which are like just little tiny stickers, which are super cool. So it was a nice set. It's from Bande, B-A-N-D-E. That last little bit of tape is sticking to my fingers. Yeah, there you go. So now we've got a little, like, you've got sort of movement across the page. This one, like I said, I usually would have wanted it to sort of come out from the middle, but this kind of balances. And then this one, maybe something, like maybe I add a little something in one of the corners. Again, to have that travel sort of visual motion. This one, we've got bottom and top. Here we have a little, like here and here. So there's kind of ties together. I think it works. Yeah, so maybe add something else to this. So I have definitely put like too much stuff on these pages. Like less is more. The washi tape is great because the paper is a bit thinner, so it's not adding quite as much bulk to the pages. Because that's really, you know, it's like, yes, I like a puffy notebook. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something and it looks all fancy and stuff. But at the same time, it can be my own worst enemy because I've just added so much stuff that I'm making the book unusable. So this might work. But like I said, I use this book mostly just as a tracker of what I have done, what I've been reading. You know, if I've hung out with anybody, spent any time with people, projects I'm working on. Really just logging the events of the day. So I guess it treats it more like a diary almost, but I just do it as a bulleted list so that I'm not having to write novels. And sometimes I do write a whole bunch, like, you know, if something happened and I was really happy or sad about it, or have opinions, then I will, you know, write a bit longer. But I don't require that of myself because I feel like when we put expectations that it has to be a certain way, I have to write it like a novel, then that's just it's putting a lot of baggage on yourself. Do what you can. Set up a system that works for you. Like, nobody says that you have to do all this sticker nonsense and, you know, decorate your planner. You can just write and, you know, maybe stick one little sticker in that just makes you happy. I did hear a podcast the other day where someone was talking about, you know, that, oh, it's, you know, like this planner community and like kind of doing all this kind of stuff is largely occupied by women, and that it was creating a distraction for us so that we weren't paying attention to things that were really important. And it kind of ruffled my feathers a little bit, like this owl. Because while yes, I do feel like, you know, maybe people are spending more money than they need to or should on stickers and washi tape and a new planner to help them get even more organized, I also feel like this is a way to create a semblance of control in our life, when in a lot of cases we don't feel like we have any control. We don't have any control over what happens on a local political level and national political level. Like, you know, we do what we can, but like sometimes the only thing that you can control is what's between the pages of your notebook. You know, you can write, you can draw, I'm basically creating a visual world that I would want to live in, you know, full of forest creatures and, you know, nature and everything, when in actuality outside my front door is nothing but suburbs, you know. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it doesn't inspire a lot of creativity and, you know, that kind of thing, because it's just, you know, so like for me, doing this kind of work helps inspire me and make me feel creative. And even if it's just little things like sticking stickers in a planner, you know, like I know that it's not revolutionary. I know that I'm not changing the world, but it helps me deal with the day-to-day and helps keep my stress levels lower. So do I believe that it's a good way to spend your time? If you enjoy it, yes. If it causes you stress, then no. do something else. Let's see, what can I stick in here? So, that was my TED Talk. Thanks so much for coming. No, I'm just kidding. There are just a lot of mushrooms, huh? So, just trying to, like, because both of these are very square, I wanted something that had more of natural angles to feel a little less, this page is not going well. I was too busy talking and not thinking enough, so we're just gonna let this one slide. I don't even know why. Here we go. That's okay. It's the 28th. I'll be in Dallas and I probably won't have any time to write anything other than, oh my god, pen show was so busy, I'm so tired. So, let's see. Let's try to improve upon. These are really big mushrooms. I'm not sure I can use those there. I do like this little bottle though. A big bug. Some of these stickers are just too big. They're fun, but they're a little big. And I have a lot of stickers left that are just squares, and it's like square upon square upon square, which kind of get a little salty about. Oh, well, I could pull these out and show them to you. Oh, that one's cool. Let's have that come out of the bottle. Let's see if I have anything else. I can do this one too. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna just stick these little leaves in the bottle. Ooh, oh, darn it, I ripped it. Oh well. See if we can paste it back together. It is a sticker, you know. So peel carefully, people. It's okay. It'll be fine. And to go back to sort of thinking about like your planner, your journal, your diary, whatever you want to call it, is your space to do with whatever you want. If you just want to make pretty pages for yourself, that's fine. You don't have to do it to please anyone else, and you sure as heck don't have to put it up on the internet. I feel like that has made everybody even more like hypersensitive about what their pages look like, because so many people post these beautiful, amazing pages on the internet, and then everyone feels like they have to make beautiful, amazing pages, and instead you can make kind of little barf collages. Sometimes they're better than others, and that's probably what you're seeing on the internet, is somebody had a really, had some time, got real into doing their thing and made a beautiful page, and they want to show it to you, but the rest of their pages have that sort of barfy, oops, I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing sort of aesthetic. So the internet, everybody styles it and grooms it to look a certain way, and we should not judge ourselves based on the nonsense of others. Okay, there's all these cute little stickers on here that I want to pull off and kind of, I don't know if the leaves have started changing color where you are, but they have here, and it's making me so excited. That page is so barfy, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just want to add. Here we go. See, so I don't follow my own rules. There's 6 things stuck to these pages, but I'm enjoying myself, so that's just fine. I really just want Mushroom City. Let's see. Do I have any more mushrooms? I'm sure I do. I want this guy, this little brown dude. I found a whole bunch of mushrooms in my backyard a couple of weeks ago, and I hopped around like I was in a fairy tale. I was so excited. Because it doesn't happen around here very often. So this is a case where now I can use something that feels a little more square. There we go. Ooh, I think I will also put some washi down. Nope, that's not working for me. I need to stick that to something. Okay. Peel that off. Save that for later. Unicorn dust? It's better. And again, this is a case where I can just trim these white edges off the sticker so it's not as bulky. Have you had enough of my plan with me yet? Am I boring? So, there we go. I think this is the last day of the month, so I'm just going to stick this guy right there on the unicorn dust. There we go. It's a little tiny. So, I even recently acquired some of those like little tweezers, and I never use them. I just stick stuff to my fingers and hope for the best. I know that it doesn't make me very accurate. I will try to get those out in the future. Meh. There's another meh page. But that is my process. So that is all the way to the end of the month. We had a couple good pages, a couple blah pages. But just to get them all laid out. And it's like, so I started planning, oh, I can add in some of my stamps. So these are the little stamps. They bleed through the page. So that's a little annoying, but you know, yay, Tomoe River-esque paper. But they're really cute, and they kind of help to carry things through because it carried the color through. So I might add a few of those real quick before I log out. So, here's my stamp pad. So these are the little splice stamps that I got on jet pens. I don't know where my stamp block went, so maybe we won't be doing this. Yep, I must have moved it thinking I wasn't going to stamp anything. So I will stamp later, and you guys will get to see all of this again soon when I do my wrap up and plan for October, which is, whoa, I can't believe it's already time to do that again. So like I said, I didn't use everything. There's still tons of stuff left over, and then stuff that I can just throw away. And sheets like this, where there's only a couple stamps left or stickers left, I just trim them out so they don't take up so much space. And sometimes I'll just tuck these in the back of my planner. So if I want to add them in later, like if not a whole lot happened and I've got a big gaping hole in my my page layout, I can just add a sticker or two. So then that way I can throw this giant piece of nonsense away. I think this one can be trimmed down too. But yeah, so I used up some some stickers. I feel better. I got this stuff planned out for the rest of the month, and hopefully I wasn't too boring. If I was, I won't make these anymore. You just tell me, please stop talking. But yeah, so that's my process. It's not super complicated. It really is just about just trying to use stuff up. I really like these. I feel like maybe I should add some things in here. So yeah, a lot of times I just goof around and just stick stuff in there. And like I said, oftentimes I'll go back and on a day that didn't have a lot, like I just taped in a little leaf. Like here, there wasn't a ton of stuff, so I might go in and add a couple stickers. Maybe this is the place for a big bug, but I loved how this page layout turned out. So yeah, that was my process. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you again soon.